Desola did not say anything to me. I went in there and I met my daughter on her deathbed.
Some schools are busy taking children, somebody's child for granted. This chrisland school, their own is too much. I think governments need to actually put their eye down and see what is happening there. This thing is getting out of hand. Last year was Savinu's own, and this year was this one again. Watch as the mother cried bitterly for her child.
Adeniran, the boy said, a girl just fainted here, but they have taken her. The school bus has taken her to the hospital. I said, a girl fainted. Oh, may God give her quick recovery. Why did she faint now? Anyway, I'm looking for Whitney Adeniran. She's my daughter. The boy said, the girl that fell, her name is Whitney. I heard them calling Whitney when they were pouring her water. I said, Jesus. Oh, it's not my own child. My daughter's name is Whitney Adeniran. And I brought out my phone. The boy said, I don't know her surname, but I know her name is Whitney. I brought out my phone and I showed the boy her picture. And he said, this is the girl that fell. I said, what? What happened to her? Why would my child fall? She hasn't done anything strenuous. She wasn't sick. She hasn't done any activity. What is going on? Why would my child faint? A man was there. The man said, Madam, Ibilo Durosi, Oshubu, Eminimodo Misilara. Meaning she was standing here. She fell. I poured water on her. I said, who took her? He said, school bus. No ambulance, no doctor, no nurse, no medical personnel, nobody. There was no emergency provision on ground in a place where you have over 500 students. In a place where you have over 100 parents. In a country where insecurity is so high. You kept our children in that field with no proper medical arrangements in case of any emergencies. When the boy said the school bus took her, I said, oh, was it my child that was in that bus that sped by? I ran out. I met a staff coming towards me. The staff said, oh, Mommy Whitney, we've been looking for you. You were so calm and casual. I said, oh, Mommy Whitney, we've been looking for you. Whitney fell. I said, yes. And then she fell. He said, oh, yeah, she fell. But don't worry, she'll be fine. We've taken her to the hospital. I said, okay, let's go to the hospital. Immediately, I picked my phone. I called my husband. My husband wasn't picking. His PA said he was in a meeting. I said, please get the phone across to him. I don't care who he's having that meeting with. Even if it is the governor, go and give him the phone. He's an We asked the principal. Principal said it was Agege Central Hospital. I said, Agege Central Hospital. She said, yes. I brought out my phone. I put it on Google Map. It wasn't showing. I put it again. Agege Central Hospital. It was not showing. What I saw was Agege Central Mosque. I said, Central Mosque, Central Hospital. Ma, it's not showing. She said, don't worry. Just ask around. Go. They would tell you. We drove out of the stadium to the gates. We asked the gatesmen. We don't know. We asked, as we were driving, we were asking people, please, where's Agege Central Hospital? They said they don't know that. What they know is Agege General Hospital. And now called, I said, Ma, is this Agege General Hospital or Central? They said it is Central. That is very close to the stadium. What we couldn't locate it, don't worry, just ask around, go. They would tell you. We drove out of the stadium to the gates. We asked the gatesmen, we don't know. We asked, as we were driving, we were asking people, please, where's Agege Central Hospital? They said they don't know that. What they know is Agege General Hospital. And now called, I said, Ma, is this Agege General Hospital or Central? They said it is Central. That is very close to the stadium. What we couldn't locate the place now, nobody we were asking knew where it was. We were not able to get it on Google Map. I told the driver, you know what? Let's go to Agege Central Mosque. It is central. Maybe if we get to the Central Mosque, somebody will be able to help us and show us where the hospital is. That was how we left. Fortunately, on our way there, before we got to the Central Mosque, we saw their school bus by the side of the road. So we automatically knew that was where she was. I jumped down from the school bus and I rushed in. Rushing in, I saw the woman that went to her, the staff that went to her. I said, Madam, where is my child? What happened? Why did she faint? She said, I don't know. She's in there. I went in there and I saw my daughter's corpse. Desola did not say anything to me. I went in there and I met my daughter on her deathbed. She was already dead when I got there and I saw her. All this happened in less than 10 minutes. She was already dead. She was drenched, soaked to the skin. Water was dripping. I knelt down. I called on God. I shouted. I screamed. I felt her pulse. No pulse. I put my hand on her chest. It was deadly silent. My daughter was silent. I asked the doctor there. He said, "Doctor, what happened to my daughter?" The woman looked at me and said, "Madam, from the way I'm saying things, is like cardiac arrest." I said, "Cardiac what?" Whitney was 12. She was 12 October 30th last year, 2022. How does a 12-year-old have a cardiac arrest? No pre-existing medical condition, no pre-existing heart condition. She was hale and healthy. She was not sick in any form. If she was sick, I would never allow her leave the house. If she was sick, if she had even minor headache, I would never allow her leave the house. If she was sick, I would have taken her to that school myself. But she was not sick. She was looking forward to the inter-house sport. Why was she not there? Why did my daughter die? I said, okay, even if she would die of cardiac arrest, why should one cardiac arrest kill a healthy teenager? Just one. She don't get stroke. She's not in coma. She's not unconscious. She's dead. And let me state this. By the time I got there, my daughter's lips had already turned black. Her tongue was turned black. I shook her. I held her by her shirts. That picture I see where she's lying down, I held her by her clothes. I jacked her up and I threw her and my child fell. No response. I carried her on my body. She was flopping. She was flopping. I kept asking the staff that came with her, what happened to my child? What happened to Whitney Adeniro? This is my first fruit on earth. Me, Lori, oh, you are going to me like Kilo Shele, so mommy. Nobody could give me an answer. Not long afterward, the principal came. Other staff came, even admin staff came. By then, my husband too was already on his way. By the time my husband got there, my husband did not even call the mind off because I didn't tell him. He was driving. I didn't tell him anything. I just said, just start coming. He said, have you seen her? I said, I've seen her. Just come. When he got there, he parked his car. He didn't even put it off because his mind was, okay, let me go in and pick my child. And let me state, my child was not taken to a hospital. She was taken to an immunization center. But that is not even my pain. My pain is there was no proper first aid. Screamed, shouted, Desola, that is, yes, stand up. What is happening to my child? My husband knelt down, crying, begging doctor, please help me. This is my first child. Imagine, joy, me. I cried. I begged them. I will sell everything I have for my child to be alive. The woman looked at me and said, Madam, it is too late. Nothing can be done. She's gone. I've been asking chrisland, what happened to my child? Nobody's telling me anything. Since on Thursday, what happened? Nobody. I'm just hearing different stories. They were at my house yesterday. I told them, I knelt down. I said, please, Maz, you are mothers like me. For the sake of God, tell me what happened. I don't want to have to open up my child for autopsy. Let me bury this girl in peace and let it go. Please tell me what happened to my child. They are not saying anything to me. They are saying, oh, she slumped. Oh, she slumped. Oh, she slumped. How? Parents are calling me, oh, Mom Whitney will sympathize with you. Somebody said, oh, I learned from the school authorities she was a sickly child. I said, my child sickly? My own child sickly? That is not true. I'm not an irresponsible woman. I'm not an irresponsible parent. Me and my husband, we place our children as priority. If my child complained of even a slight headache, she would never have gone to that school that day. She would not have gone. I would take her to the hospital immediately. Melo money. How many I get? How many I get? So I go take one, they play. How many? Chrisland up to this moment is not telling me anything. You're telling me, Bakadara, go and bury her. Bakadara, how do I accept Kadara that my first fruit, my 12-year-old, is late, is dead, out of carelessness? There was no ambulance. There was no medical doctor on ground. There was no trained personnel. Why was she drenched in water? Who poured water on her? What happened? Nobody is telling me anything. They're protecting their school integrity. I'm seeing some comments that is breaking my heart, but I will not curse you. I will pray for you, and I will say, the pain I'm going through, may you never experience it. This pain I'm going through, may you never. I don't have an enemy in this world, but I will not wish on my worst enemy. I pray no mother has to go through what I'm going through. IGO police, if you are a father, come to my rescue. Last my daughter's body is in your mortuary. Chrisland, what happened to Desola Adeniran? You people will answer me. No matter what it takes. If it takes my last blood, you will answer me. You will tell me what happened to my daughter. If it is the last night before I die, you will tell me what happened to Desola. You will tell me what happened to my daughter. All this your story of she slumped is a lie. I don't agree. Which you will now do, my picking? Tunde head not. Oba! Oba, come to my rescue. What's it, Mama me? Oh, this love that wants it for mother me. If you are a mother in this world, because I'm on my knees and you can now, you're because pity me. Oh, I'm not asking for a protest. No, all I want is answers. I want to bury my child in peace. I need closure. I need closure to bury my 12-year-old, and the closure I want is answers. Finish. That's all I want. All I want is answers. Anybody that has answers, please. If you are a mother in Chrisland High or baby, help me ask your children what happened. Equally, I'm on my knees. If you are a mother and your child was at that stadium on the 9th Agege Stadium, help me ask your child what they know. I'm on my knees, I'm pleading, I'm begging. Please help me. If you have a child in Chrisland High, your niece, your nephew, you are a guardian, anybody, and they can tell you truthfully what happened to Omodesola Whitney Adeniran, my first child, please help me. I just want closure. I'm not asking for a protest. I'm not interested. I'm not asking for a protest. All I want is my child. All I want is for me to bury her in peace.